So let's go answer the question, is Pahokee, Florida really that bad as most of the videos about it on YouTube claim? I'm in the process of making another video, but I ended up here in Pahokee, so I'm going to do a Pahokee video as well. But I was doing a video about Lake Okeechobee. I was just here at the Pahokee Marina, and there's a nice public walkway and fishing dock over here that I was just at. Parking, just a really nice place. Honestly, not a bad facility at all. The city of Pahokee is over here through these trees. You can't really see it, but we're gonna go check it out. So I just came out of the park on the lake and hit right into downtown. Nicest looking buildings, a PNC Bank. The downtown does look a little dated. Some businesses that are closed, or maybe just not open because it's the weekend, but it really doesn't feel unsafe at all. Alright, let's go check out the rest of the town. There's a few streets here. It's not real big, but there's some stuff to it. Catfishing more. Not too many people out. It's Saturday around 2 in the afternoon. Auto repair place. Some houses. It's like a closed down doctor's office. Alright, I think up here we're going to be getting out of town, so I'm going to loop around and drive back on one of the other streets towards the center of town. So I do need to get gas. There's only 1 or 2 gas stations in town, I believe, and they're both up around the same area on the other end of town. Missionary Baptist Church. Just random music in front of somebody's house. Alright, there's a few people on this block, so I'm going to put the camera down and not draw attention to myself. And back where we started, near downtown. It's less than a mile from one end of town to the other. It's not big. Alright, let's go down another residential street and get some impressions. It's run down, but it don't feel unsafe. Some houses are better than others. Aside from that one street we saw a couple minutes ago, there's not many people out. There were so many people on that one street, I put the camera down for a second so that they weren't like, alright, why is some guy driving around filming us? These houses aren't too bad. I mean, this is really what you'd find in any Florida, middle of the state, kind of working class, impoverished town. Some nicer looking apartments right there. This is probably the nicest street so far. These houses look maintained, nicer cars. Some new construction going in over here. This looks like either condos or apartments. this is actually Palm Beach County, despite the fact that we're a long way from the coast. And Palm Beach is quite a distance from here. This is Palm Beach County still. Yeah, this side of town has some decent looking homes. Here's a Dollar General store that doesn't look that old. That building doesn't look like it's been here for too long. Family Dollar right next to it. That's very typical for what you'll find in a small, middle of the state Florida town. Dollar Generals everywhere. Family Dollars everywhere. So one of the things I'm noticing driving around in some of these neighborhoods, there's brand new looking sidewalks and new looking curbs. So the infrastructure is not too bad in parts of town. I had to put my phone down for a second there because there was a cop behind me. I didn't want him to think I was texting because I'm recording this on my phone. Save-A-Lot supermarket, Marathon gas station, just all typical stuff you see in towns and cities in the middle of Florida, away from the coast. Very typical. I was going to try to get her on film, but she walked away before I could grab my phone and start recording. I'm getting gas. There's 2 gas stations in town. I'm at this Marathon here. I just got some gas because I needed it. I've been driving all morning. And a lady that was on drugs came up to me and asked me for money at the gas pump. I think she was going up to everybody getting gas asking for money. And then when I told her take a hike, she walked out by the sidewalk and started yelling and screaming. Definitely on drugs, so making this video on my thoughts about Pahokee, and if it's good or not, that certainly doesn't help. North end of town, kind of heading out of town. There are some nicer homes up here. Alright, so driving across town, my impressions, the downtown is very run down, but not the least bit unsafe. Driving through some of the neighborhoods, there's a whole lot of poverty, but I mean, I really wouldn't translate that to unsafe. There was, that big boarded up apartment building that looked like it was in horrible shape. There's people hanging out in front of it, people hanging out on street corners. I showed you guys a little bit of that, but there was really one street that kind of felt like that, then the rest wasn't so bad. Dangerous, I'm not sure I would call it as bad as YouTube claims, but it is pretty run down, not the greatest or nicest place, but I do think the YouTube claims are a bit exaggerated. I didn't feel unsafe at any point.